not going to use it, but I'm going to see if
You're listening to Weenie Back, cocksucker.
Wait a second.
You say it again.
You're listening to Weenie Bat. Enjoy, you fucking bitch.
This week on Weenie Back! You're doing a comedy contest in Albuquerque tomorrow, or when this comes out today.
Yeah.
Where at?
I don't know where it is. It's in Albuquerque.
You don't have details either for what you're doing.
It's alright. All our listeners are in fucking some other country, so.
No, a lot of them are in Espanola and Santa Fe.
Oh, really?
There's at least 2 in the East Coast.
No shit. Okay.
Then there's my buddy in Florida and my buddy in Texas. But there are other people.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was looking.
Well, my show is in fucking. I got a show in Albuquerque too.
Oh yeah.
Fucking dick. If I ever get the information, find out where it's at. If I ever get the information where it's at.
You don't even know either.
No, Corey hasn't fucking texted me back. Because it's like a native showcase or something.
Yeah, it's in SD, isn't it?
Yeah, but he didn't really say where it's at. Is it at the casino or is it like at some community center? I don't know. Well, we got shows this weekend, so if you're like in those general areas, maybe you'll find out where they are because we won't.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So I had a news story. Maybe this will be interesting to the show. So, Florida Aquarium blames manatee's death on high-intensity sex with another male manatee.
That sounds about right.
Do they fuck each other?
Manatees are one of nature's many rape animals.
Really? They rape?
They have raped fat ladies in the Everglades.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So let's go
Getting
down.
hard.
Let's go down our list of like known rape animals. You got dolphins. Yeah. You got otters. You got manatees. You got
ducks.
Chimpanzees. No, ducks. Yeah, ducks.
Ducks rape.
I think ducks and turtles. I think that's really about where it's at right now. There's other ones I'm sure. Other than people.
Right.
But like
other than Ibram.
There's a long list of like rapey animals, and manatees are one of them. Like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, a manatee raped a fat lady in the Everglades. It was like one of those touch the dolphins kind of deals, and they just started fucking her. Because I mean, she was about
her?
Yeah, she was about the same size, so it's kind of very easily confused. So.
Oh my god, that's kind of hot.
I don't know.
No, it's not. It's horrifying, but
no. Wow. I mean, nature, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
stay the fuck out of the water.
Yeah, get away from manatees.
I don't know. Florida's fucked up for many other reasons other than that. So, fucking who knows? But Pee-wee's dead.
Yeah, that really sucks.
There's aliens.
You're a bigger fan than I am.
I am. I grew up watching Pee-wee's Playhouse, which is fucking wild to watch as an adult. Because he, like, the first episode with Cowboy Curtis, he's like, hey, Cowboy Curtis, can you teach me how to, like, I don't know, like, line dance or something? And Cowboy Curtis is like, yeah, as long as you teach me how to pogo, which is, like, punk rock dancing, which is, like, totally irrelevant to anything. But, like, he pulls down a green screen, and they go through one dance, and they go through the other, but while they're pogoing, there's, like, skinheads in the background.
On a kid's show. Well, it was for adults, right? Or is it for kids?
It's definitely a kid's show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it had a lot of adult undertones, like any other thing.
Right. It has, like, jokes that adults get more than a kid.
Yeah. It's like, a lot of people watch Bluey. It's like this Australian... It's a Disney show about these Australian dogs. And there's, like, all kinds of weird ways people watch the show, but there's like there's an episode where like a miscarriage is implied from the parents. Yeah. Like I've seen a few different like ways it's been like deep dived and like thought about or whatever. What was that?
I think it was the couch.
No, I don't know. Anyways, but like just weird shit like that, like any other kids show. But I don't know. Pee-wee was awesome. So we watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure the other... Well, you came home while I was watching it.
Yeah, I saw the second half.
like right at the large Marge part, which is really like one of the best parts of the movie. But the whole time he's with the convict, I thought that was Jimmy Smits.
Jimmy Smits.
He was Bail
right?
Yeah, he was Bail Organa in like the not the early Star Wars, but the prequel trilogy of Star Wars. He was on some cop show in the 90s and was real famous for showing his butt on TV for the first time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like a non-cable TV, like showing full crack. And then after that, it was like nobody gives a shit anymore. This fucking couch is uncomfortable.
You want to switch sides?
No, I'm good. No, I mean it's been a fucking dumb week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's been going on?
I don't know, just work.
Has it been stupid?
No, it's been fine.
No.
I just don't want to fucking work.
Yeah, man.
Nobody wants to work anymore. It's like, yeah, I want to go to sleep.
I want to play video games and relax. Yeah. Work kind of stressed me out today.
Old people?
Yeah, they're so fucking annoying.
It's always old people.
God damn it, dude. What is it with the elderly, man? They're so fucking slow. They do everything slow. They're on their own time.
Well, they're decrepit, and their bodies are like worn from the passages of time.
Don't you dare take their side. Either.
No, you asked the question, I'm giving you an answer. And they're generally retired, so yeah,
they have nowhere to go. It's annoying.
Go to the fucking mall. There's 2 malls in Santa Fe to fucking burn time at.
I don't work at a mall.
I know you don't. I'm talking about the old people.
Oh, yeah, they should go to the mall, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I used to go to the mall, what is the Coronado Mall in Albuquerque all the time. If you go there real early in the morning, you always see the old people walking. But, because they open at like 8, or used to, I don't know anymore. Sometimes I go to Santa Fe, like on a Saturday, go in the morning, burn some time at the mall, but like you have to wait for it to open, which is like 9 or 10 on a Saturday, some dumb hour. Because I don't want old people around me either, so fucking keep it close.
So you're on my side.
Yeah, I hate old people.
It's
I've said it a million times. I fucking hate old people.
And I actually do empathize with their plight, but
Like-
they still bug the shit out of me, dude.
Well, have you ever seen Logan's Run?
No.
I can't remember the actor's name, but he was in The Warriors. He was on Black Lightning, the most recent thing. He looks kind of like William Dafoe, but he's not William Dafoe. I don't know his name. I'm not going to look him up either.
Is he old?
Now, he's not decrepit old, but he's old. But, no, so in this, it's a 1970s sci-fi movie, right?
Yeah.
And once you hit 35, this jewel in your hand goes off, and the government says, we're going to kill you now.
Once you hit 35?
Yeah. Which 35 is a bit young. I would push it to like 55 these days.
So they say they're gonna kill you.
No, yeah, the government just comes and fucking zaps you up and kills you.
So what can you do? Run away, I guess?
That's the whole point of the movie.
They try to run away.
He does.
I see.
And most people just kind of like take it and be like, I'm gonna die.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Sounds like a good movie.
It sounds like a good plan for the future.
Yeah, just up that age. Like, let people get to like 60.
And you don't even have to kill them. Just put them on an island.
Away from everyone else.
Yeah, like you know how everybody takes, the AIDS people or these people or like all the weird racist shit people talk about. Just do it with old people, man.
Yeah.
Because they love that shit. Put fucking Jimmy Buffett out there. Put him on an island in like South Carolina or Georgia. Yeah. And then they can die happy and old.
We can do the white thing where we never visit them.
Nobody plans to. That's the beauty of it. Like, fuck that. Like, I mean, if you wanted to, like, retire in Utah or Wyoming, you're like, okay, I hope you get eaten by a buffalo.
Yeah.
But I'd rather put him out.
That's another rape animal.
I don't think so.
I'm
but
joking. It's a joke.
I know, it's a bad joke. You should feel ashamed for that.
all it was a bad callback. I suck.
Yeah. I would have waited. I would have brought up something organically, like, I don't know, a rapist. But I can't think of one right now.
Now Ibram's doing a bad joke.
No. But, like, no, put him on an island or something.
Yeah, just get rid of him.
It's like, oh, respect the elderly. No, I want to fucking shoulder check them, like in hockey, in the fucking frozen food aisle at Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky!
There's this lady, Okay, so I work at a grocery store. Once you reach about 80, I'm cool bagging your groceries. You kind of earn that. I don't mind.
Well, most people, it's kind of expected.
Yeah, it's my job to bag everyone's groceries. I get that, but it's nice if
Just throw shit on the floor. It's not my job, bitch.
Well, it's nice if like a 20-year-old doesn't just stand there and have a $300 order to bag up. It's like, help me, dude. You're still young. Bag this shit up.
Yeah.
It's taking like.
I don't know. If you're 20 years old and you're shopping at Trader Joe's, you're a little bit more than privileged. Because that shit's expensive. Like,
no, Trader Joe's is good prices, man. It's way cheaper than Natural Grocers, Whole Foods.
Okay, so you're like putting organic food on the same level as Walmart.
What do you mean?
Most 20-year-olds can't afford that shit.
No. Trader Joe's isn't organic food. There's
No.
there.
Well, it's like organic, air quotes, organic.
It's not.
The idea of it. It's like, oh, this is healthy food, or it's fair trade, or it's
we don't have very many healthy foods.
It's hippie bullshit. Is what I'm getting at. Usually reflected in the prices, or if it's not in the prices, it's in the weird stigma the store has. Like Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Natural Grocers.
This is just an idea you have. We have really cheap food, man.
No. Yes, you do. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, if you're poor, you're gonna go get groceries. Where are you going?
I go to Food King.
Yeah.
That shit's the bomb.
Or you go to Walmart, or you go to Savers.
Yeah.
If you've ever eaten at a Saver, like gotten food from Savers, it's like discount meat. They
Savers?
have them. Yeah.
I've never been to Savers.
They don't have them here, but it's like it's bad. It's like really cheap cuts of meat. Everything's like real thin and sad, and you're just like, I'm poor, but I need red meat bad.
Meat's
like,
expensive.
Now, if you're smart, you'd go to like the Mexican grocer, but at the same time, like you buy that, you eat it the same day, kind of thing.
Really, it doesn't last long.
There is no preservatives in anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I should go to the Mexican grocery store. What's it called? Do you know which one it is in Santa Fe?
There's one here in town. I fucking picked up the name and I can't even remember. It's next to the Palette bar and next to Walgreens.
Oh, okay.
So if you go down Riverside, it's like right there on the left.
What am I saying? I don't cook anything. You cooked a nice meal for us. What was that, yesterday?
Yeah.
That was fucking bomb.
It's because I take the time to cook, man.
I know.
My body may be a temple of shit, but I'd like to take normal ones every now and then. Although I fucking choked on meat half the fucking day.
That was...
Okay, so most... You know what the number one killer of single men is?
What?
Choking on steak.
Seriously?
Yeah. That's because they're alone.
Heart attacks? I thought heart attacks is number one. Oh, so wait, so
because it's a guy who's alone, he eats a steak, and then he chokes on it and dies. So I do this like every other time I eat steak, it's like too big to swallow, but it's not too big to choke on. So it goes all the way down, and it's like just doesn't want to settle in your stomach. And so you're like, it's up and down, and you're just like spitting up stomach goo for like an hour.
God, yeah, I heard you. I was wondering what was going on.
Yesterday is the worst it had ever been. Usually it's like real quick out or something. Yesterday.
Was it in your windpipe?
No, it was like down near my stomach. I could feel where it was at. It just didn't want to go all the way through.
Jesus Christ.
If it would just like drop down into my stomach, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
But it didn't. So it's like, fuck me. So I spent No, this was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But so I spent half the day spitting up goo and like coughing and chunks up, like small little shreds and shit. And then eventually my back went out, and then I fell asleep for like half an hour. It was like my body's just like, I'm done. It's a fucking nightmare.
I'm just trying to eat dinner, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a pain in the ass.
Like I said, it's not the first time that's happened. For that long it was, but not the first time that's happened. But, what was I getting at? I don't remember. Anyways, but yeah, so there is a weird stigma of, like, eating in Santa Fe.
Really?
Like, that's, like, not white privilege food, but, like, the same idea. Like if you go to Smith, so Smith's, Kroger, IGA, HEB, and there's like one other like major grocery food chain, right? I think Parker's, the gas station chain. They're all owned by the same people. They just go by different names depending on what part of the country you're in.
Oh, okay.
Now you have Smith's at the top of like regular grocery stores, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like you can get crab, you can get shrimp, you can get whatever. Like you can get nice meat.
Yeah.
And like all the other weird.
I found some good meat at Smith's.
I like shopping at Smith's when I want that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't afford like anything from their meat or their fish or anything.
Ribeyes are like $15 for a ribeye.
Well, it's more than that right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like $20.
Inflation, motherfucker. And all kinds of stuff too.
It's just okay, I'll come back to that. It's a whole different thing with the meat market.
Really?
Okay, so you know the McRib, right?
The big rib?
McRib.
Oh, the McRib.
Do you know the only time the McRib comes around?
When?
When pork is at its lowest in price for the year.
Really?
Yes, that's when the McRib comes around. If you were someone to watch pork prices all year, you could determine when the McRib is coming back.
McDonald's doesn't want to pay a lot for their pork.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And the McRib was invented by an army meat scientist named... Oh, fuck, it's a dumb name, too.
A meat scientist?
A meat scientist.
That's a thing?
Yes.
What the fuck is the McRib?
Okay, it's processed pork. And it's like... So you take your pork, you shred it down, you put it in a mold, you cook it, put it out. That's
put
all
it in a mold?
Yeah, like bologna.
To shape it?
Yeah, like bologna.
It's kind of gross.
Everything is gross if you think about it. Mandingo. Dr. Mandingo is the guy who invented the McRib.
No.
Yes.
Dr. Mandingo? Does he have a huge cock?
I don't know. But they invented it in like the 40s or 50s.
Really?
Yeah, when they were working on sea rations. So I learned this from another podcast, No Accounting for Taste, with Shane Torres and Kyle Kinane. Right?
Okay.
They were going over the pros and cons, but they went over the history of it. So this army food scientist, a meat scientist, they're trying to figure out quick, easy, cheap ways to feed soldiers, right? This would later lead into MREs and whatever, but they came up with a McRib. Now, I had basically the same food going through elementary school, like government subsidized food type of shit, right? You also get that in the army. You also get that at gas stations. You also get that at McDonald's.
Wait, really? So government subsidized like ingredients at
They
McDonald's?
figured out how to make this, like the recipe, everything. McDonald's paid for the licensing or whatever from the government on how to make this food.
So they
more or
pay
less.
the lowest price possible for ingredients.
The army does that, yes.
Oh,
so
McDonald's does that too?
I'm sure they do. Like any major corporation will.
Yeah.
One of the army, like... Okay, so our defense budget, super high. Ridiculous, right?
Is it? Cool.
Yes. That's what people focus on. But the reality is, everything is... The army always buys from the lowest bidder. Like the M4, M16, right? There's like... We ran through all your bullshit tests, but this is the cheapest product we can give you.
The cheapest gun to make and stuff? The M16? Do we even use that still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We use the M16 and the M4, and that's like basic stuff. Then you have the 249, 240, 50 cal, 203, 302, depending on where you're at. Then the uniforms and everything. Like the whole thing is just like we're gonna pay a little amount of money as we possibly can, but if we like you, we're going to buy from you. That's how we get our shit for the military. So that same mindset is what gave us the McRib.
So was it just the meat mold or the entire sandwich?
the patty itself, I think.
Just the patty?
I think.
Okay.
It was like...
They decided to make it a sandwich, McDonald's? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've got the pork patty, they put some sauce on it because they're not like total dickheads. And they put it in MRE and said, here you fucking go. Right? And eventually, like, they didn't use it often enough, and McDonald's were like, hey, I like that. Can we like buy the rights to that or something?
Cheap. Yeah. Gotcha.
And you wait for the pork prices to drop, and that's when the McRib comes out. So right now we're at the point of the year where beef prices are high. That means probably they didn't sell enough cattle this year to be slaughtered or whatever. That's why everything's high in price, on top of inflation and whatever else. So you figure 6 months ago inflation was real high, and now it's starting to drop down to normal levels. Now we're seeing the effect of that.
This has been more information from Professor Ibram. Thank you.
I'm fucking sorry. I listen to the news and shit.
That should just be a segment.
Well, it's like when
Professor Ibram.
like when when Russia first invaded Ukraine. I had a buddy. He's got a cousin or something. It's like, yeah, he's a recon marine. That doesn't mean shit. It's fucking dumb. I don't
recon marine.
It's
reconnaissance.
Yeah, he's got a. It's like he isn't one of the pigs, like the special forces for Marines. I don't think
a pig is just.
I don't totally know
okay.
their shit. I just remember that's one of the terms. I don't remember, but like he's like, yeah, you gotta start buying bullets and fucking gold now, cause we're gonna go World War III. This is like 2 years ago or something, right? It's like I told him, I was like, don't fucking worry about that. Like some people, yeah, you gotta start buying 5.56 cause Russia's gonna invade. Russians don't use 5.56. They use 7.62.
Oh, okay.
So
5.56 is a round size.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the M4, AR-15s, whatever, they all use 5.56. That's what the U.S. Army uses.
Okay.
The rest of the world mostly uses a NATO 7.62 round.
Is that bigger?
Yes, it's like a 30-30 round, I think, is the equivalent. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
But it's like 7.62 by 39. Russia used 7.62 by 40 or something like that. So if you were to buy up that amount of ammo, that way you can kill a Russian, take his gun, take his ammo, and you're not losing out. You don't want to sit there and buy a bunch of U.S. ammo.
So you get their guns.
Yes.
So that you can collect their provisions.
Fucking Wolverines, fucking Red Dawn type
That's
shit,
awesome.
man.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you don't buy.
Is that what they do? Or that's what they should do?
If you were a prepper in the U.S., yeah, that's what you should do. It's like, you be prepared for who's invading you, because you're going to run out of your own ammo eventually. But you want a gun that has their ammo. That way, if you kill them, you can take their ammo and use it against them. So if you go out and buy a Kalashnikov and hide it or whatever, and then we get invaded by China or Russia, you kill them, take their ammo, you're good. You have a steady resupply.
I want a Walter PPK, the James Bond weapon.
You know that shit's a 22?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It's like a little tiny baby round. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot a rabbit. Ping! Doo-doo-doo-doo. I mean, you can kill somebody with it, but
you'd have to like put it right in their head.
Yeah. A Walther PPK is a 22.
Damn it, that gun's so cool looking in James Bond. But
I used to have a 1911 45.
Really?
Like a full-size GI version.
Cool.
Yeah, it was American tactical imports made in the Philippines. It was a fucking fun gun. But
guns are cool.
They are. I mean, but like, they don't really fit in your mouth, and you're like, this is uncomfortable. So then you gotta get rid of it because
yeah, that doesn't fit right. Yeah.
It's like that front sight post. I don't want to grind it down and ruin the gun, but it really tears up the roof of your mouth.
Yeah. Plus, you're in the bathroom screaming, "Do it, do it!" You know. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, suicide's fun.
Let's see.
No, but yeah. Anyways, that's why meat prices are high right now. So, you know who Joe DeRosa is, right?
Yeah. I don't really like his sense of humor.
You don't like anything.
That's not
You're
true.
You're a big fucking baby.
That's not true. Everything. I like a bunch of stuff.
Eggs.
Eggs suck.
Fish.
Fish sucks.
Bert Kreischer.
I don't like him that much.
Enjoying life.
Not that much.
You hate everything.
That's not true. I don't hate everything. You're just naming all the stuff I do hate.
Anyway, so Joe DeRosa, he's a
Jesus.
comedian, but he just put out an album.
Yeah.
No, he's a good fucking comedian. He's a great storyteller.
He sucks on Opie and Anthony. So I haven't
That's
heard his
radio.
comedy.
Radio is not the same thing.
That's true. Okay, I'll give him a listen. But he really sucks on Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, he's a terrible fucking radio guest. He's also.
Oh, okay.
He's
So
very.
we agree on that.
He's a
for
very
sure.
neurotic. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
He's a very neurotic type of dude, but he just put out an album.
Yeah.
Music.
A music.
His band, Salsa Windfall.
What's it?
Salsa Windfall.
That's his band name.
Yes. Apparently
This
it
is
was
a joke, right?
No. Apparently this is a band he had like for years and just off and on.
Salsa Windfall.
Yeah, it's a dumb name, but it's also a comedian at the same time. You're like, okay.
Salsa.
But-
I can't get over that.
That's
Salsa.
because you're a big
Windfall.
fucking bitch.
How's the music? Is it? Any
I'm
good?
gonna show you.
Oh, cool. Okay.
This
is gonna be great.
The single he put out is fucking awesome. And if you don't like it, then that just proves you're a big fucking bitch.
It's just music's gonna stink.
No, it's not, you big fucking
It's gonna
baby.
suck. I bet.
It doesn't. TikTok ads.
Oh, it's an ad. Okay.
Ooh, it's a capybara. God fucking.
Another
I hate
ad.
the Timo. I hate fucking Timo ads. My buddy Norton fucking told me to download Temu. It's like Wish. And now I get nonstop fucking ads from them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, he's got a music video.
Yeah, well, this is for the single.
Wow, he's gotten fat.
He's always been fat.
He's never been. I haven't seen him that fat.
This guy apparently is a dentist, is obsessed with balloons, and is also a comedian in New York. That's the other thing. You also have to really put your focus on where these big comedians are from, too. Because that dictates the comedy.
That stereo is fucking cool. So we're watching Joe DeRosa's sitting at a desk and he's put in a tape.
You could just listen to music.
The listeners want to know. You gotta explain.
Maybe
it
they want to
them.
hear it. It's a weird video though too. You ever see that Fat Boy Slim video with
Yeah. Willem no.
no, close.
Christopher Walken.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. It's a catchy song.
Okay, so
Just turn it off.
real quick, I just wanted to say I don't like it.
That's because you're baby.
It's not because I'm lazy. No. It's better than I expected, though. I'll give you that. I'm just like, I just don't get the point of it.
Do you like the Black Keys?
Yeah, not all their songs, but yeah. So it is like the Black Keys. That's a good point. Yeah.
That's not my fucking word.
It does sound like him.
Yeah. Anyways, but like, it's something fun, and it came out like 2 days ago. I was like, I actually like this, and I don't like modern music,
Yeah, me neither.
like at all.
Oh yeah, you don't like rap at all.
I never said that.
Oh, do you like rap?
Yeah.
What kind of rap do you like?
Mostly the Beastie Boys.
Oh, they're awesome. Yeah,
Exactly.
I love the Beastie Boys.
But I don't turn down a lot of things. It's a lot of it's just like that's good. It's not my thing, because I really kind of had to push myself past the I hate that for a lot of things. It sat there as like, okay, yes, everybody hates Nickelback,
That's true.
but they're very talented.
Yeah, they can shred.
And if I say anything negatively about them, then it just kind of makes me feel like, well, that's kind of a petty bullshit reason.
It's also hacky now to talk shit about Nickelback and Breaking Benjamin.
It's always
Everyone hates
nobody
it.
says anything about Breaking Benjamin. They just kind of like it's a silent acknowledgement. It's like we're all ashamed of it.
Not my kind of music. That's
Yeah.
what they should say.
Yeah,
don't talk shit about them because they're big for a reason.
That's always been my thing. Is like, you had a hit, right? Then you are good.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
It may not be for everybody, but that doesn't mean you aren't good.
Yeah. There's. I bet you. We're in like Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Espanola. It's kind of like like I haven't left this city in a long time. It's very. Wouldn't you say it's a liberal bubble, especially Santa Fe?
So,
I bet you.
Who's the author that died recently? What did he write?
The Road, right? And,
I don't know.
Fuck.
Anyways, he's this big author. Everybody in Santa Fe was jerking themselves off.
Yeah,
right?
He lived in Santa Fe, yeah.
Yeah. So he called Santa Fe a neoliberal hellscape. Now, neoliberal is not the same as being liberal and whatever. Like, Espanola is not liberal, at the very least.
Really?
No, it's not. It's a rural people.
Rural, yep.
So, dumb. Look, Blazing Saddles has a whole bit about it, and it's not wrong. Yeah. But also, when you see a high school graduation parade and like Mexican kids are like waving MAGA flags, you're like, wow, you're real dumb.
Yeah, man. He hates you. Like, what are you doing?
Well, it's like when I was in the Army, because I got out before he got elected. Like that
Oh, really? Okay.
Like when he got elected, but before he took office. Like I had soldiers that like come up to me, he's like, yeah, Trump's not racist. First of all, I didn't know why the fuck they were coming up to me. It was like he's very fucking racist.
Like they found the first like brown person to say that to.
Yeah, it's like I'm very aware how racist he is because him and his dad like exclusively hated black people to the point where we don't want these people living in our apartments.
Yeah.
Then his whole weird rant about the Brooklyn Five and like all kinds. It's like he's got a black lady working for him. Yeah, guess who also had black people working for him? Slave owners. Doesn't make you not racist. But anyways, yeah, they called it a neoliberal hellscape. It was like the other day when I was saying like you have these. It's always white people. It is always fucking white people. Every now and then you get a black person, but you get to the point where like I'm so good about being progressive, and then you hit that circle where you just start being weirdly racist about stuff, and people don't realize they're doing it. Like Porter, what's your face?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, because
I've already told that story, right?
Not on here.
Oh, okay. I won't tell. I'll do the short version. There's this woman called Porter.
Well, don't tell the story about how she thought. No, it's fucking.
It'll be quick.
Yeah.
Her name's Porter. I met her she was hosting a comedy show. I met her outside, and she had a little dog, and I was like, "Hey, what's his name?" Right? And she says his name's Justice, and he doesn't have a gender, so don't say his. That's not a joke. That's literally what happened. I was blown away.
Yeah, and, not what I was getting at.
I know, but I'm just pointing out like how fucking crazy she is.
It's just this weird detachment of not even socio.
It's hard
just
to
being
explain.
Disconnected from fucking reality.
Yeah. I'm glad you recognize that. A lot of people think you're automatically bad for talking shit about
a lot of
psychotic liberals.
Again, it's like when people used to come up to me, "Oh, you're just liberal." It's like, no, I'm just native, dude. It's like I don't have like conservative ideals, but I have no problem calling out people on their bullshit. It's like, you're going a bit far.
Yeah.
But what I was getting at is when she that rants about you on stage or whatever.
Yeah, I told some jokes about the homeless, all kinds of stuff, and I was kind of bombing. And I get off stage, and she gets on stage and starts lecturing me about the plight of the homeless and how I'm just what'd she say? She said I'm a crybaby white boy and like.
Which I mean, not wrong, but.
No, that was just a lucky guess on her part.
Yeah.
She didn't know, but she guessed it.
You should have told her, it's like, I'm black, right?
I'm an albino. I should have told her I'm albino black.
I actually met an albino black guy in Baltimore. He was also blind.
Really?
It was a very weird experience because it was like 2 in the morning. But anyways, no. After that though is yes, that's like this is all kind of a build up. If you had told that, then the dog thing would make it easier. But no, when Corey went up and she introduced him, I guess she did this. Oh, it's a real good job. Something about having a native dude and blah 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 blah. It was just like weird. Like
she was congratulating him for
good job, you're brown.
Yeah. I didn't notice that.
He's told me a few times about it, and it's like when you hit that full circle thing.
It kind of comes back around to being weirdly racist in a way.
Yeah.
It's like too. Oh, yeah, it's.
You're trying too hard.
Yeah,
you're trying too hard. It's like when people. It's like when you get a white person who's like, I feel for the black person. It's like,
God, shut up.
I mean, that's cool. You don't need to tell anybody that. You can just, be a good person.
Yeah, it's like they walk up to a brown black person and say, "Accept me." You know what I mean?
And I'm very much on the side of no.
But you know what I mean,
no,
right?
Yes.
They're like, "Accept me."
You know what's weird though is I don't meet those people very often. I meet the other side.
What's the other side?
The racist people.
In Santa Fe or
yes,
just
in Santa Fe.
They're there, man. We have
So there used to be this. Okay, I went to a steakhouse once with this other guy. We saw this big, tall white lady, right? White dress because it was hot outside, summertime. If you go walking through the plaza in Santa Fe in the summertime, you're gonna see a tall white lady in a white dress and a big wide white brim hat.
Yep.
Unless she's really old, then they switch to the black hat and the vest and turquoise. They all wear the silver and turquoise, though. Turquoise. It's like a weird Pokemon evolution for this shit, too. So
you're right, 100%.
Anyway, so we saw this white lady at the steakhouse, and we're like, hey, check this chick out. It's like big fucking turquoise. And it's like, I bet she fucking comes over here. She's the kind of guy that, like, she says she loves native art, and then anytime she meets a brown person, she looks down her nose at them. She fucking walks by, just fucking mad dogs the shit out of us.
Wait.
I called it very easily.
Well, I don't get that though. Why do they like, or are they pretending to like the culture, pretending to like brown people, or
do you know what a NIMBY is?
No, what's that?
It's a not. It stands for not in my backyard, right? It's usually very progressive liberal people that there's like, we should do something for the homeless. We should build them homeless shelter, give them all the resources they need. Let's put our tax dollars to that. Cool, we're gonna put it right here. No, not in my backyard. You put it on the other side of town. That's a very broad way of saying it. So it's like, I respect brown people. I respect red people.
I don't want them around me.
Exactly. So a lot of the times in Santa...
I truly, not joking, my brain, I don't get that.
Neither do I.
Why would they wear turquoise?
Because they want to look like they're accepting. They want to look...
But they're not.
Like they're not at all.
That's like a weird dichotomy going on in their head. Like, why would they do that if they don't like it?
You know one of the best people that have ever, like, portrayed that?
What?
Batman comics.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain.
Okay,
this.
So Bruce Wayne, right? He's this big billionaire playboy, right?
Yeah.
He always has these parties where, like, all the Gotham socialites come, right?
And he acts like a playboy, like...
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But all these people they're there for the charity and whatever. They do these auctions for whatever stuff, and their money is supposed to help, like, shitty parts of Gotham, right?
Right, yeah.
And then, like, Bruce goes up to these people, he talks to them, and they're just, like, massive pieces of shit. Or they're massive fucking criminals or whatever else.
Yeah.
Perfect display of that.
So okay, I get you. So they give money to help with crime or whatever, but they're like, get it away from me. Because they're like...
This is a tax write-off. Or
so they pretend to care, but they don't.
I don't know if they care or not, because I'm sure there's there's some people that do. I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
But fuck them. I don't know. Like
it's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the weird reality of things. Like, Santa Fe, I've said this a lot. Like, a lot. Santa Fe used to be scary.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, before gentrification?
Okay,
happened?
so, yeah, mostly. Because, I mean, it was happening when I was growing up in Santa Fe, but at the same time, it was worse when my mom was young, because it was like, she said she remembers when Santa Fe was poor. So, like, before all these fucking artists coming out, oh, Georgia O'Keeffe's from Santa Fe? Let's go and visit. Oh, I'm gonna buy a house there. Let's buy up all these fucking lands on the hills by the highway, ruin them fucking mountains.
Yeah.
Like, growing up, it was starting when people were buying homes in the mountains. And you couldn't see anything. It was nothing but trees. And now it's all up the road. Like, remember last time we went through Albuquerque and you go through Algodones? And all of that, there used to nothing be there. And now it's houses at the petroglyphs and whatever.
Right.
That shit didn't exist growing up.
You know when you climb the hill where you're about to enter Santa Fe? There's a house right there that you pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah,
right?
if you watch, a lot of it's through Tasuki for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Which blows my mind because it's like all Pueblo.
Let's put an opera house in Tasuke.
Well, that's been there for a while.
Oh, really?
But
okay.
yeah, like
it seemed
that's
like,
older than me.
I assumed it was a white person that
It's definitely is.
put an
But
opera house.
it is. But like those houses and shit through past Powake, going through Tasuki, not. It's probably past before the casino. Well, before and after, I guess, kind of really both. That whole left side of the road headed towards Santa Fe. There used to not be anything there.
Wow.
But like Tasuki Village Market, have you ever been there? It's like a really small area, but there's like a couple art houses, a steakhouse. It's not a brewery, but it's like a little restaurant, which I think was there growing up, but it wasn't so hippie bullshit.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they had, I got something there that was really good. That would have been better as a taco or better on a sandwich. I don't remember what it was right now. It was like it wasn't barbacoa, but it was close to it. But anyways, like that shit it wasn't there. And like when my mom was growing up, none of that shit existed.
Wow. So things were probably affordable back then.
Yeah. There was a point in middle school. It was like, I want to live in Santa Fe as an adult. There's fucking no goddamn way. There's no goddamn way.
I know we were talking about getting a place in Santa Fe if
Yeah.
you change your job.
Yeah.
It's just like
Getting a
it's
job.
expensive.
Getting a fucking job there is hard now.
Really?
Unless I want to work some retail bullshit, and I can't because I'll fucking stab somebody.
I get it, dude. I get it.
Tourism. No, that's not true. I fucking hate tourists.
Yeah, they're the worst.
It's mostly because, hey, I'm not from around here. No. It's okay, then figure out how to operate around here.
Go the speed limit.
No,
tourists don't go the speed limit, dude.
Nobody does. That's not even the issue. It's
Once again, Ibram disagrees with me.
Okay, so when I was in Savannah, right, I knew I wasn't from around there, but I knew how to like intermingle to a certain degree, right? Wherever you go, there's tourists. They drive like shit. They're in the fucking way, or they walk slow as fuck.
Oh, so you do agree with me on that?
Yeah. I didn't say that. That's not the problem though. Anywhere you
Okay.
go, people drive like shit. So it's whatever. Like it's
Yeah,
not
but
like driving
tourists
here.
specifically is my point.
Well, it's not like driving here in Espanola where everybody is like high as shit or retarded. Like levels of blood pressure, tourist driving, I can kind of deal with. I'm used to that. That doesn't
Okay,
bother
I get
me.
your point.
Like
Okay.
it's terrible, yes, but that doesn't bother me as much as regular people from here. They're fucking shit too.
They're
That's
just shit-faced. They're wasted. driving
Exactly.
around their own meth and shit.
Yeah. So
Oh, God.
different levels of problems.
Yeah.
So that's not the issue. My issue is just dealing with them as people. So there is it's a jewelry and pottery store in the plaza. This is the first time I'd ever like seen Navajo pottery, which is fucking garbage. You guys fucking suck at pottery. Let's put some rainbows in our clay. Fuck you. That's
is it
dumb.
really? Is it bad or what?
Yeah, I personally don't like it because what I'm used to, right? But at the same time, Navajos are thieves. Fuck them.
Who does the best pottery?
Santa Clara and San Alfonso, because they got the black pots.
Oh, those are cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you remember some of the ones we saw at that museum in Taos?
Yeah.
Like the real old ones, like they're awesome.
They're really cool. Yeah.
No,
That
like
was in Navajo.
Fuck no. I did see contemporary pottery on PBS once. It was like local PBS shit. It's like a Raiders fucking pot, a Dallas Cowboys pot. It was like.
Are you serious? That's
yeah,
fucking
like
retarded.
There is a certain level of sports. I'm not into it, but I get it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Also, super fucking tacky.
Yeah,
so
it's very tacky.
like I get it, but not for me.
Yeah.
Versus, let's put rainbow in our clay. It just looks ugly. Which is weird because I didn't know it was Navajo pottery until I got home. Because I've seen some in Savannah. Like white people. Yes. So you have Savannah, right? The big major city.
Savannah, Georgia, yeah.
Yes. Now, outside of Savannah, off the coast, you have Wilmington Island and you have Tybee Island. Those are uber rich fucks, which simultaneously, those used to be the dirt poor black people homes.
Oh, okay.
It's not good land. It's marsh and swamp and shitty. Not Florida's shitty swamp, but it's still not great. But anyway, so they these big white rich McMansion type things, right?
Yeah.
There's one place there was like a big curio cabinet like in the wall. You know what I'm talking about? Like the big glass fucking thing you see.
Yeah. Curio
plates and bullshit.
Right.
In some people's houses.
Yeah.
But it's like what's the word when it's in
indentation in I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but it's
hopefully you guys know what we're talking about. I don't remember what the word is.
It's in the wall.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. It's set inside.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's like like kachinas and stuff. It was like,
oh no.
Okay, white people always have kachinas. They made fun of it in Look Who's Talking 2. Look Who's Talking 1.
Look Who's Talking?
Yeah, John Travolta, and they're doing the voices for the babies.
Right.
The second one, they're doing the voices for the dogs.
Yeah.
It's a weird fucking movie series from the 90s.
Yeah, I remember. I saw it. Yeah,
I fucking loved them growing up.
Me too, yeah.
Anyways, there's like kachina dolls, there's pottery, and I stopped to actually look at it, and it's like, why the fuck are there rainbows? Like, it looks like knockoff
It's
shit.
just colored in any way
like,
possible.
Okay, so you have your regular pot, right?
Yeah.
It's painted, usually with designs. But these are like carved into it, which normally would be cool in certain designs, but it's just like threads cut into it, but it's like rainbow colored. Kind of like, almost like looking at the spores of a mushroom. Like, if it didn't have that fucking weird coloring to it, it would look awesome. But it didn't. It was just, I'd never seen that before. And it was like, that's weird. That looks like a fucking knockoff. Like, this lady got fucking cheated. I bet she bought these kachinas from Navajos, too.
Oh.
Which, real kachinas aren't from Navajos. They're from Hopi.
Oh, okay.
Which,
so she got fucked over.
I thought, until I got home and I saw the Navajo pottery. It's like, oh, it's all bullshit.
I love talking shit about Navajo pottery. It's awesome.
But like the whole story has like jewelry and shit like that. Like they had pottery from other places and geodes and stuff.
What were you doing at her house?
Installing air conditioning.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
No, I was probably just working on something. I don't think I was installing anything. But all the same.
Yeah.
But that's the type of person that sits there and goes, I'm very connected to Native people. They're not wolf blanket white people.
Right. Those are the
but they're
those
very
guys
close.
Are poor.
Usually they're poor, yes.
Yeah. Have you explained wolf blanket white people to the folks?
I think I have before. It's weird because You explain it, and people go, I know what you're talking about. You say it, people go, what's that? So a wolf blanket white people have culture. I'll put it that way. A lot of people don't recognize it, but the most recognizable thing is wolf blanket white people. There are other races that do it too, but white people are the most prominent. You walk into somebody's home, and you see that big, it's not felt, what is it? Fleece. It's a big fleece blanket, right? And it's got a big fucking wolf on it.
Howling at a moon or some shit.
Yeah. Or they've got like the black felt blacklight posters with a wolf howling to the moon. They're the type of people that go on Facebook and say, I have two wolves inside me fighting. One's black, one's white, something.
Yin and yang.
Whatever fucking nonsense. It's like, yeah, Chinese culture and Indians, they're the same. It's like, you're racist. But that type of person, they're the same type of people that go, I'm 132nd Indian. Oh, I'm fucking, my grandma was a great Cherokee princess, which is that's a rape. They're talking about rape. That's all that is. It's some Confederate bullshit. Like, it's like, I'm more fucking American than the Union soldiers, and I've got like Indian blood in me. How? It's like, well, my granddaddy raped somebody. That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
Which is fucking awful.
It is awful. You remember, what was that politician that said that she was Native?
Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she got tested, and she had like barely Native.
Yeah. That's...
like most white people.
Yeah. I don't... like, she had something in her, which there is a certain point where it's like, it doesn't matter. But at the same time, blood quantum is like its own weird, terrible racist thing brought up by white people. Like, if you were to actually grow up in your culture and everything, like be a part of your tribe and stuff, that's different as opposed to just someone just saying, yeah, I'm Native. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm Blackfoot. No, you're just black with black feet.
Okay.
Which is
like if they
which
grew
is
up,
a thing, apparently.
If they grew up in the
culture,
like living like a Native, but they're black.
Yeah, that's actually that's
a
a thing too. The Freemans. So, the Cherokees. Everybody wants to. Oh, the Cherokees had slaves too. It's like, yeah, it's not as important as so much.
It doesn't excuse everything.
No, what it is there is a large part of free black people the Cherokees brought in and adopted.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were called the Freemans. Now they were put on certain. I don't think it was the Dawes rolls, but they were like brought in like you were part of the tribe, and that's when blood quantum didn't really mean anything.
What's blood quantum for the folks?
You're 25%, you're 50%, whatever.
Right.
Like,
okay.
How much Indian blood do you have in you?
Right.
Type of thing. But like, if you're enrolled in the tribe, you're part of the tribe, like me.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up here, but I went to the Indian school, so I know a lot of people here. A lot of people know me. I understand very basic customs and courtesies.
Right.
I also had some old man call me an asshole the other day, so.
Why?
It's like, you're a good neighbor, like, you're a good man. It's like, you gotta throw your branches down there. Because I was working at the dump. He's like, you're a bad neighbor, you're an asshole. I was like, what the fuck did I do?
He called you an asshole?
Yeah, he's like a super old dude. He's like, just fucking throw him in the dumpster, man. I don't care. You're a fucking dickhead.
Jesus.
I've had wild people just be an asshole to me at the dump.
You were just telling him where to put something.
Yeah.
Did he call you an asshole?
I had one dude,
What a
like
dick.
him and his buddy came speeding in. They're dropping off green waste, like tree branches and shit. And I think me and Marty have talked about this, but this dude is like, hey man, can you just like slow your shit down? You're speeding, and just back up, dump it over there. Oh, I don't fucking appreciate you saying this is shit. It's like, I'm a member of the tribe. It's like, that's cool. Me too. It was like, yeah, well, fucking, I'm a veteran. It's like, yeah, me too, dude. I was in the army. It's like, I was a Marine. It's like, I don't care. And then eventually he's like, yeah, you look like you were in the army. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? It's like, you look uneducated. I sat there and like looked at myself. I'm wearing my work uniform. What the fuck are you talking about, guy?
Educated. What? He was so mad. Why did he get so mad?
Just because, I don't know. Some people are just assholes.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
He died.
Yeah, fucking like a few weeks later, Victor, the guy that works at the dump, is like, hey, you remember that guy that was an asshole too? He's like, yeah, he's dead. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, yeah, he's like a fentanyl overdose or something. They found foil all over his house. Like, what? I mean, that makes more sense why he's fucked up.
Yeah, he was wasted speeding into the fucking thing.
It's wild how often somebody goes like, hey, you remember so-and-so? It's like, yeah, they're dead. It's like, what the fuck, man?
I know, that seems to happen to you a lot.
A lot. That's also why we talk about celebrity deaths on here so often.
Oh yeah, is there new celebrity deaths? We mentioned Peewee.
I haven't looked at anything. Nobody of note that I know right now.
You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick and tired of people bringing up Pee-wee's jerking off thing. Like, he was in It's Stupid. Don't, like, give him some break.
Okay,
give him a break with that. It's retarded.
The big thing I've seen, because that's what ruined his career.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
Up until Mystery Men, Blow, and a few other movies and things he did, right?
Yeah, the new Pee-wee.
He jerked off in a movie theater, at a porno theater, but at the same time it's the early 90s, and it's a whole weird thing. But that's actually not the big thing that people focus on. They say, yeah, this is what he did, because that's what people remember. He also got his house raided by the FBI because they thought he had child porn.
Really?
It was dismissed because it was just like regular art, or like erotic art. Like, you have cherubs and shit with like their dicks out. You look at a classic painting, a cherub, the little baby angels, right? They're usually naked.
Yeah.
They tried saying that's child porn.
What?
Yeah.
It's not like they have an erection. It's supposed to be
That'd
like little
be weird.
angels, yeah. Cherubs with erections.
It's like, why are you hard, little dude? But like that, I've only seen that come up once, but most of it's like, yeah, his career was ruined because he jerked off in a movie theater.
Everyone says that. Who cares?
That's really not what ruined his career. The FBI raiding his home and trying to charge him for child porn is what ruined his career.
This has been another segment by Professor Ibram Gallegos.
There's also, there's like 30,000. He also might have bought porn in like bulk, and there might have been child porn in it, but like it was at the same time. It's like, I haven't gone through that porn yet. I just bought a bunch of it, but he was weird. Also, he was 70 years old when he died.
Wow.
Yeah, that's older than my parents.
And he aged well for the most part.
He did. He aged very well.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was real good friends with Kathy Griffith. And, like, every year since...
Griffith?
The redheaded, terrible person from the 90s nobody liked.
Oh, Kathy Griffin?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Griffith. Is it Griffith or Griffin? Am I thinking of Eddie Griffith?
Andy Griffith.
Wait, what is... No, that's Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
I don't fucking even know anymore. Anyways, but... yeah, something weird about that. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was friends with... Kathy Griffin.
Griffin. Right? Okay, yeah.
But
yeah, and then the whole Donald Trump thing.
Yeah, where she had his head.
Yeah, which at the same time it's like that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know, I get it, but you know,
it's like, oh yeah, he won the whatever presidents, like the Dixie Chicks. The Dixie Chicks' fucking career ended when they spoke out against Trump, or not Bush.
Really?
Yeah, because they weren't for the Iraq War, and like America went no, but.
At the time.
Yeah, again, you gotta figure people are dumb as shit, so. Yeah. I actually had a dude tell me, it's like a few years ago, it was like, yeah, we went to Iraq because there was weapons of mass destruction. Blah, blah, blah. Like, this guy is like super conservative, whatever.
Yeah.
When I first started working with him, he was like, yeah, I hope you don't mind, I listen to talk radio. He's like, yeah, cool, dude, whatever, I don't care. And then like halfway through the day, he's like, oh shit, we're gonna miss Rush. I was like, fuck yeah, Rush, man. Why do you know it's coming on now? He meant Rush Limbaugh. Which was super upsetting. Yeah, I wanted to listen to some fucking Tom Sawyer, man. I was stoked. Because, like, radio in Georgia fucking sucked. It was not...
Rush Limbaugh, yay.
Yeah, super upsetting. But, like, after all that, like, he sat there and was like, yeah, there's weapons of mass destruction. I was like, no, stop, shut up. Shut the fuck up. It's like...
I can see why people would think that back then, because that's what the president and the president's guy was saying.
Yeah.
But now we know that was horse shit.
Yeah, and it's enough to sit there and it's like, the guy from the CIA who brought that up, he's in prison for lying about it to Congress.
Really?
I don't know if he still is, but...
He went to prison for that? Holy shit.
And
he just took the fall for his...
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
For his own fucking lie. It's like, you went out here and put out some bullshit? Prison, bitch. Which kind of makes the whole alien thing is like, hey, you're gonna lie to Congress? Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah,
you might end up in prison.
You better be telling the truth. Wow, that's crazy.
But like, I had to sit there. It's like, no, he's in prison. That's not what fucking happens. Crazy old fuck.
What did he say?
He's like, because he coughed a lot and he talked like the penguin.
That's all it sounded like you were talking to a fucking retard.
Yeah, he kind of, a little bit. He was an old man. What do you do?
Oh, okay,
Who dyed his hair occasionally. And it was like that really super obvious. I dyed my hair black and not with like a permanent dye. So you sit there and you look at him and it's just like, you were like in your mid-60s, dude. Just rock some gray hair. We know what's going on. But he also like remarried some like 30-year-old chick or 40-year-old chick that liked to gamble and spend money, and I don't know. His whole thing is fucking weird. But old people in the South, what do you do?
Yeah, what can you do?
Kill him. Logan's Run.
Kill him. Oh.
Yeah. So, it's kind of an unexciting week. I shit myself at Barbie. You cry a lot. Fucking who knows?
I haven't cried this week.
It's
I've
true.
been doing good. I've been doing better.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't cry. Crying's good for you. But, I mean, like, within reason.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I'll ask you later.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Do you have anything else?
Well, the reason I got silent there is because I don't know if I should share this, but
Probably. Or rather, probably
so
not.
I have a friend of mine. He's a veteran of the Vietnam War, and he's very conservative.
Is he a friend or is he a friend, a work associate?
He's an actual friend of mine.
Is he the one that came to that show one time?
Yeah.
That
he's
guy. Fucking weird.
Yeah, he's odd, man. Like he, but I really like him because he's a legit war hero. Like it's, you don't know him.
Vietnam.
He's a war.
It's
hero.
like Iraq and Vietnam. You're like,
Look, Vietnam.
very close.
Can you agree with me for once, Ibram? God damn.
He told me they called us baby killers. Like, I mean, you're not wrong.
He didn't kill babies.
I know.
People in his platoon did, though. He told me about it. It was
That's make him a war hero. Anyways.
So he okay, so for me, you're in the military.
Was.
You were in the military.
If I was in the military now, I'd be fucking... It's like, you're fat and you have long hair. How are you getting away with that? I'm a DOD civilian. I don't know.
But yeah, you were in the military. So the definition of war hero is probably very different for you than it is for me.
Yeah.
You know, he's...
I mean, I'm not...
Him and his friends have told me stories of this guy that I know. His name is Dan. He's in Tiger Force. And he saved lives and he killed a lot of Vietnamese people, which is not cool at all. But
debatable.
Yes. They were trying to kill him. You're in the system, right?
Well, if it was in a movie and you kill a bunch of people, that guy's an action hero, right?
Yeah.
You do it in a school, you're not a hero.
In a school? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so anyway, it doesn't matter. He was in the Tiger Force, what was I saying? So he told me a story. I feel so... I didn't know if I wanted to say this, because it's so awkward. He told me a story... Okay, so him in the masks, he thinks is horse shit. And he has, like, a mask that says, government control device.
Yeah, which is
One
really
of those
weird
guys.
for somebody who was in Vietnam. Was he enlisted or was he drafted?
Good question. I don't know.
So,
I think he enlisted because he was really proud about it. He really liked it.
unless he was originally drafted and then enlisted later, then I don't know. So, I think the movie's called The Pink Submarine or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, but like one of the kids, before he gets drafted, he enlists. Now, from what I was told, back in the day, like you're going through basic and stuff, you were treated very differently between if you were drafted or you enlisted.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to remember the Army the military is a voluntary force, right? So that means if you enlist, that means you voluntarily joined to either go fight in the war or whatever.
Right.
Like that's what I did. Like you have the National Defense, the Army Service, and the Global War on Terrorism. Those three set the National Defense ribbon, right?
Yeah.
That means I joined during a time of war. There is no draft anymore. I joined during a time of war, knowing we're at war.
Right. Okay.
Army Service ribbon, I joined the Army. Global War on Terrorism, I joined during the Global War on Terrorism.
Okay.
So, now when people were drafted and they go to basic training, they were generally like, you were forced here. You didn't have to be here. Sort of. But that's also why people looked down on draft dodgers so much. Like Donald Trump.
Right.
But at the same time, there are people that are draft dodgers that everybody loves and respects. Like Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin.
They dodged the draft.
Yeah, they were hiding out in fucking Canada. That's how they met.
Holy shit.
Wow. And go look up the story. It's fucking wild to hear about it. Because Chong was doing improv with strippers. Yeah.
Weird.
It's fucking weird. But
yeah, so small tangent, but he's wearing this mask in the VA.
Right. Because you have to.
Yeah, right, you have to. And he didn't wear it, he walks in without it. I'm sorry, I told that wrong. He walks in without it and they're like, you have to wear a mask to be in here.
Mm-hmm.
He starts arguing with them. And he had, what was it? He had he had a polyp on his asshole.
That's worse. No, well, maybe not worse, but...
And and they wouldn't, the VA wouldn't help him because he wouldn't wear a mask.
Right.
Right? Makes sense to me, like...
Well, I mean, you can't be a Vietnam veteran and say, yeah, this is a government control device. That's why I said, was he in the draft or was he enlisted? It's like, the government sat there and told people, go to fucking war.
Oh,
or go to jail.
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. He's just talking about how...
Well, I'm saying it's wild to have that idea about it. Like, you're concerned about what the government says now? Because if you were drafted...
He's a MAGA dude.
Well, I mean, most old people are.
So he believed what Trump was saying, where it's bullshit or whatever he said. I can't even remember. But
nothing.
He had a polyp on his asshole, and they wouldn't help him. So he took a picture of his asshole. This is true. And he sent it to the VA.
Right.
And said, look at this. And the story he told was very good. So he showed me the picture of his asshole. And I actually said, can I keep this? I can't believe I'm saying this.
There's two routes I can go with this.
I said, can I keep this?
No, that's perfect. I think I would have been around same route.
Because I thought it was funny, for one. I completely disagreed with him in every way, but I thought it was funny. And then, like, a week later, it took me that long to realize, like, oh my god, he might think I'm a total weirdo.
Probably not if he sent you... If an old person is... An old conservative person is sending you pictures of their asshole, I don't think he's thinking about how weird you are.
Really?
No.
Because I asked him I was like, can I keep this? Because I thought the story was funny and I wanted to show someone one day.
Right. Yeah.
But I just...
Like I said, I can go two very different ways with this conversation, but...
Go ahead.
That's blatant sexual harassment, for one.
Oh, him sending a picture?
To you and to them, and then doing it to a government agency is worse. Although, the VA got really big on telehealth, so like video calls and phone, which I fucking hate more than anything. Because it's like, hey, let's go through these questions. Do you want to kill yourself? Not right now. Because if I was hot, because last time they did it, I had one of those telehealth appointments. They said, have you felt like hurting anyone, yourself or anyone else? It's like, yes. I was stoned and drunk when I said it. It was like, fuck. I was being truthful. It's like, because it's like a quick checklist they got to go through, and it's like, okay, we got to send you to mental health to talk to them. I was like, motherfucker. This is right after I almost stabbed that dude at Dollar General and quit.
Oh, right.
So it's I mean, that feeling is always there. It's like, yes, I want to hurt people because they're annoying and I hate them.
But
like on a very general level, though.
Yeah. I hope I don't annoy you.
You do, but it's not important.
Do I really?
Everybody does.
Okay.
Like, everybody does.
Well, shit.
I don't want to put your head through a fucking wall, though. So.
Do I really annoy you?
Everybody annoys me.
Oh, man.
If you haven't noticed, I have weird, like, OCD routines.
I try to keep to them. I respect that, man. That's how you want to do it.
Hate it. Fucking hate it.
Hate what?
The routines, because it keep, like, I don't sleep in on weekends, right? It's not that I don't want to. It's just I can't.
You can't sleep, right? You have trouble sleeping?
No, I'm up at like 6 a.m. most mornings.
Really?
And then I'll get like another hour of sleep. I'm up at 7. I can push it till 9 before I'm just fully awake. Unless I like get up, do something, wear myself out a little bit, and go back to sleep. Like take a massive shit. But like, there's a level of, I know if I talk to this about the VA, they're just either gonna make my life worse, or they're gonna prescribe me something that makes my life worse. Like,
never helps, man.
no.
Pills.
Well, like, my first time I went to the VA, right?
Yeah.
Going through all this shit is like, yes, I have nightmares all the time, blah blah blah. Oh, here's these pills. I took them for like 2-3 days. Felt like a weird heart murmur thing going. It's like, that's weird. Look it up. Oh yeah, like 5 out of 10 service members died from this medication. It's like, fuck that shit.
Are you serious?
It wasn't that big of a number, but it was like
Holy
a
shit.
considerable amount of
That's
people
fucking
had
terrifying.
died from it. Yeah, fucking.
Wow.
The VA is terrible in certain places, not everywhere. They also do not like making suicide jokes.
I can, yeah.
Like somebody was so I went in. Same again, first visit, like the guy was going over my list is like, this is obvious bullshit, blah blah blah, which was weird because it was a Mexican dude in Georgia.
Wait, you said it was your...
Yeah, that was his attitude towards it. Like you could feel the attitude.
Like he thought you were bullshitting?
Yeah, you know when you go somewhere and like people give you that attitude, it's like you're full of shit, and you're sitting there like, no, I'm not, but you don't have that like actual conversation.
Right.
You know that's what they're feeling.
Right. You can tell by their mannerisms.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff, yeah.
So like, it's like it says here you've had fucking diarrhea forever, blah blah blah. Sitting there, he's like pushing on my guts. It's like, and he stopped halfway. He's like, do you have diarrhea right now? It's like, yep. Like, how long have you had diarrhea? It's like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years.
For real?
It's mostly diet. But
oh, okay.
it was like, oh, like he stopped and like, oh shit, this is real. But
Like he started
like,
to believe you?
yeah, but he was a dick the whole time. Because he was also the care provider. He wasn't just the PA.
What's a PA?
Practitioner or something?
Oh, okay.
The main doctor you go to,
Okay.
right? General practitioner, GP. I don't know what like the regular words are for it. But one of the nurses I was talking to the whole time was like, yeah, they can be grumpy and blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, that's true. This is also why people go fucking kill themselves in the parking lot all the time at the VA. He just stopped. He's like, oh. He's like, don't tell anybody that. It's like, I'm not trying to kill myself.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
just happened a lot in the last 3 years.
No.
But like when I was there, it had happened a lot.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but when I got back
I didn't
here,
like that. That's
yeah,
funny.
when I got here though, my VA liaison or whatever, my disability liaison is actually my godfather. So like he helped me out because he's my godfather because he grew up with my dad and they were like best friends the whole time. So he helped my dad with a lot of shit, and then he tried to help my uncle, and my uncle got thrown out of the VA because he's a fucking asshole.
Really?
Like I'm an asshole, but I try to keep it at very low levels with most people I interact with right now.
Yeah.
Because people will tell you when you're being an asshole.
Right.
And it's usually not like me maliciously being an asshole, it's just me being very
honest?
mostly. Or opinionated is like, no, you're a fucking idiot. Which came up a lot in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit.
called a lot of people an idiot to their face. It's like, people would say something, it's like, yeah, this is how this works. It's like, no, it fucking doesn't. You fucking dipshit. People were not happy about that. But
Yeah.
my uncle's worse. Like
Really?
he almost got arrested at the VA.
What did he do?
My dad didn't give me all the details, but like he got into a fight with the doctors about something, and
Oh, shit.
they were doing something, or they were doing something, and he just wasn't putting up with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
He almost got arrested.
Yeah.
Holy
My dad was
shit.
lucky he was there,
Oh my god. That's crazy.
or my uncle was lucky my dad was there. But yeah.
Yeah, so I have a picture of a guy's asshole.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Not really.
Really?
No.
I thought you would definitely think I was a fucking weirdo for doing that.
Okay, so I told a story on here before, but my best friend Norton, right?
Yeah.
When we first met, we had another friend, Autumn. She was like, "You guys are best friends." I fucking know it, and we were. She was right. Terrible, but I've seen this man's penis a lot.
Really?
Erect, a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Why
Best
is
friend in
that?
the world. Why? Strippers, hooker. Well, not a hooker, but it depends on your definition of stripper and hooker. But like, okay, I told this before, and like Marty got like real weirded out about it, so I had to stop. But we were playing. We used to go to the same bar all the time, right, in El Paso. Play pool. These girls we start talking to these girls or whatever. It's like, yeah, we're strippers over here at Nero's. I don't know if Nero's is still there anymore, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, come to the club, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, cool. So then we go, they're like getting a lap dance, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, we're all suck your dick, but we're like sitting right next to each other, much closer than me and you are now.
Yeah.
And it, like,
And did it happen?
Yeah, we both got our dick sucked.
That's awesome.
But it was taking too long, so I had to like finish off, and my buddy's like, "That's weird." And then I watched him finish off. I was like, "That's super weird." And then, fucking, and then they tried to get us to like, I paid, which was like, oh, it's like this much money, and it's like a hooker amount of money.
Was it a lot?
It was not. It was like over $100.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
like the longer you go, the more expensive it gets, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like he's like, here, use my card, and like he tried scamming them out of it. It's like, this isn't gonna work. We're gonna get our asses kicked by the bouncer.
Oh
It was
shit.
me and him in the club. That was it.
He didn't have the money.
No, he had the money. He was trying to scam them out of it.
Oh, okay. He didn't
It was
want
like,
to pay.
this is not the place to do that. But it was like, fucking pay them. But
That's fucking. That guy sounds awesome, man.
yeah, my buddy Norton's awesome.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's why I'm downloading fucking Tiger Woods fucking golf game to play
So you
with
can
him
play
later.
with him?
Yeah.
Nice.
I like golf games, but I miss Wii golf. But there's
golf
other
games are
stories
cool.
I'll tell you later. But it's just
Oh,
weird shit like that. But that's the army, so they're like an old man sending you a picture of your butthole, of his butthole.
He
If it was
gave
your
me-
butthole, that'd be weirder.
He handed me a printout.
That's super weird.
You know it's getting weird?
No, that it's weird that he had a printout that he brought to work.
Yeah, he had a bunch of copies because
Did
he was gonna send them. He sent them to the VA and all kinds of people.
Yeah, that just means he's off.
Yeah, he's a
That's
little
that's
out
not
there.
what normal people do.
You're
And-
right, man. You're right.
Unless you're like a deranged pervert, but
yeah, he.
like I said, this can go very two different ways.
It's very bizarre. Yeah.
Like it's hilarious though.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. He's
But-
just very interesting, dude. But
I don't know, but apparently when you get older, and some people say it's a sign of dementia, there's like this thing where you stop. Like, you know when old people are like really horny or racist or whatever, there's like when you hit a certain point in age, like they attribute it to dementia or early on-stage dementia, or like it doesn't usually always fully develop.
Oh, like when like a really old guy, his mind is failing, and he like slaps a nurse on the ass or something.
Yeah, that's, but not. It's usually not that far along. It doesn't always get that far along. They lose their inhibitions when they get old. That's why old people always say like nasty ass shit.
Because they lose their inhibitions.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're so annoying.
No, they're annoying for other reasons. Just being
I think that's
around
part of
and
it, though.
alive,
Yeah.
slow,
Driving,
in the
paying
way.
with a check in 2023. Like, go fuck yourself.
Checks.
Yeah. No, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
I think I want to take a shit on someone's tits. I want to be a scat top.
I never understood the appeal to it. Like,
No.
even pooping, that seems like a lot of work.
There's this, you probably told me about this. There's this
Probably.
thing where someone thinks that they're into scat porn, they watch scat porn, they love it, and then when they're in the middle of paying someone to shit on them, they realize that, oh god, this isn't for me. And then
That
they
was
freak
not
out, and there's a turd on their chest, and they're like, oh, I wish I didn't do this.
That sounds really familiar, but that wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that totally sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
Oh no, we need to design some T-shirts.
Yeah.
I was thinking of just like going through Urban Dictionary
Yeah.
and like finding out fucked up sex move. Like one will say Cleveland steamer and it's like a steam train,
Yeah.
and then Alaskan pipeline is just a pipeline.
What's the Alaskan pipeline?
That's
mean?
when you shit in a condom, put it in the freezer, and the fuck a girl with it. Or anybody, I guess. You should look up what a Steely Dan is. Have a good night.